Hi guys, Coach David McMahon, Maximum Life Academy. Right, so the podcast we are going to do today is going to be titled Shyness is a Superpower in Attracting Women. What I want to get across here, most of my clients are introverted people, and they think that introversion is a disability or being shy. I want to explain what shyness is, because I was shy for a very long time, and sometimes I still can be, but I embrace it because I understand what it is. And when I tell you in these next few paragraphs, I'm going to articulate on screen, then you're going to understand that everybody is shy. Shyness is a bonding agent, if you like, for a child to a caregiver. It stops a child being abused, a child taking instruction from somebody other than their parents on how to be. So when you see a child and you're trying to talk to children, I love children, so I talk to them all the time. A lot of the time is they'll be shy and they'll try and hide behind the mother's leg. That is normal. That is absolutely normal. And when a parent says, "Oh, don't be shy," it's not the thing you should be doing, okay? Because what you're doing is you're growing up, and you're thinking that shyness isn't normal. It's completely normal. You generally find that children that have problems are very trusting of everybody. That's not the way a child should be. So your shyness, if you're introverted, is normal, and don't think it isn't normal, okay? There is things that you need to do with your introversion, but essentially what you want to do is understand that shyness is normal. What has been abnormal and what you need to get over and do something about is it affecting your confidence and your ability to just speak freely, because you don't have to be loud and obnoxious. Now, I have a introverted and an extroverted personality. I am what they call an ambivert. There's about 5% of people on the planet that are ambiverts. So you're either introverted or extroverted, but there is a element of people who are ambiverted. But I found as I've got older is I prefer to embrace my introverted side. I'm more of a loner. I like my solitude. I do like the company of other people, but I'm a thinker. I'm a planner. People, when I'm with people, they take a lot of energy from me. So I have to either spend time, if I was in a relationship with a woman, then I'd spend time with her, or I spend time on my own, or the person I spend most time with is my son, okay? Because he's my best friend in all the world. And, I like spending time with him. He's just a great, great person to be around. But I'm an introvert. And what I've looked back on in my life, the women that I've had the most, I wouldn't say success, the women that I've been most compatible with, the women that I've wanted to spend more time with are introverted women, okay? And you find, and I've spoken to this with other men that are similar to me, that alpha male type of guy that's very calm and introverted, is they like introverted women. What I find with men that are very anxious and not comfortable being introverts, they're then looking at the volatility of women that are chaotic. And, that's not what you want, because chaotic women have not worked on themselves. They're disorganized. Their emotions are flip-floppy, and they're not very good with themselves and finances. They generally sleep around, and they wouldn't make a good wife, and they wouldn't make a good mother. So your marriage with these people is going to be a train wreck. What you see on the internet, what you see on YouTube, and what you see on TikTok and all of that, is you see people that are dealing in the 80% of people that are dysfunctional. And I always harp on about this 80-20 rule. You want to get your life on point and successful, and that way you will attract your opposite mirror, female mirror. So you don't try and make somebody good, because that's what people do. Think, all right, this person's attractive, the life's a bit messed up, but we can make it work out. No, that's not what you want. Please believe me on that. And that's not how I train men or women and coach women. I get your life on point, okay? And it takes work, it takes pain, and it takes time. But you have two choices in life. You're either going to go through life in pain forever because you've not worked on yourself, or for a short period of time, maybe 12 months, you're going to work on yourself and your life is going to start getting better. And that's what it's about. So shyness is pride, okay? When you're feeling a little prideful, you're afraid that, somebody's going to reject you or not like you or anything. You have to put yourself out there. And here's the easy thing is, let's say and kind of like going from things here, but what we're going to do here, we're going to help you understand what shyness is. We're going to show you how to overcome it, how to embrace it, and how to be comfortable being an introvert, get more confident being an introvert, get your life better and more solid on point, and then you're then going to attract an introverted woman. Generally, that's what you're going to do. There's where you're at. Because like attracts like. The only two opposites that attract is masculine and feminine. So you're going to be a confident, introverted, masculine man, and you're going to attract a confident, introverted, feminine woman. Now, you can attract an insecure woman who's introverted and who's really feminine, but she's good. There's a difference. So because you've worked on yourself, then you can then help her to feel comfortable and safe in you, to trust you, so she becomes more secure in herself. Are you starting to see this? Is this starting to tick boxes for you? So the goal is for you to be comfortable here being comfortable being an introvert. And now I'm going to tell you a story, and everything that I do, when I'm doing podcasts, I tell stories because they emphasize a point. Here's how I sussed out that I could attract a better quality of woman being more introverted. I went out with my pals when I was about 21. Obviously, I went out quite a lot with my friends when I was 21. But this night, I wasn't having a drink, and I used to go out quite a bit and not drink, okay? I haven't had a drink now since I've been 28 because I just had enough of boozing. It didn't really do anything for me, but I used to go out 50% of the time without having a drink. So I picked my friends up, and we went out to a different town, and I just wanted to relax. I like people, watching people. I like listening to people. And a group of girls came over to us because a couple of my pals were loud and, that kind of thing. And they came over, and one particular woman caught my eye. And she wasn't drinking this night. She was the designated driver. And, we looked at each other. She saw that I was nice and relaxed. Remember, women look at your energy. So she came over and sat next to me, and we started talking. And then she realized she could, have a decent conversation with this man, which was me. And then she did more talking. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to stop the story for a minute just to make a kind of like a point here. When you've got two types of men, and the two toxic men that I don't like is Andrew Tate and Russell Brand. I don't like these men. But what these guys do in attracting anxious women, because that's the only kind of women they'll attract, it's the analogy is if you take a woman on a roller coaster, her emotions are going to be up and down. So it's the roller coaster of emotions that these men do with women, okay? They create that. Whereas, so that is a way, it's entertaining. It creates emotions in women. But if you can imagine being on a nice sailing boat, on a nice calm piece of water with a nice sunset, and you've got a nice cool breeze and the woman's nice and relaxed on there, that is creating emotion as well. But it's a different kind of emotion. It's a steady emotion. So a woman is looking for an emotionally stable man. So when you come to her as a confident introvert, you're creating that nice, calm environment that's confident, that she can trust and feel safe with. Whereas the extroverts create that chaos. So they're going to attract a kind of a chaotic woman. okay, they're going to attract a woman that's insecure. So if you were to say to me, what is the best kind of personality to attract a woman? I would say it's introverted, because you're going to attract the top 20% of women in the world. Forget about the other people that are on Facebook, they're on TikTok, they're on YouTube, whatever, basically highlighting dysfunctions in people and polarizing people. That's always going to be there, guys. The world is always going to have an 80% level of dysfunctionality. Your goal is to ignore that and focus on you getting on point and getting into the top 20% of people, because then you're going to attract that. So embrace that calmness, okay? So let's go back to this story. So I'm having a chat with this woman. She was, I can see this image in my brain, even though it was 33 years ago. But what you'll notice with women, when they feel comfortable with a man, they're always going to talk more. And when you're on a winning ticket with a woman, when she says, oh, I've been doing all the talking, you talk now, and she'll open up. That's the difference. Whereas an extroverted man, and I've got a couple of close friends who are extroverts, and when I go out with them, they talk more, and I just sit back and get entertained by them. I'm happy with that. That's cool. But what you'll find with these guys when they're talking to women, they're always yapping. So the woman, will be laughing and what have you, she'll be having a good time. But at the end of the day, what she's not doing is she's not talking. And there's two things that happen with a woman. When a woman talks, she releases dopamine. But when she talks after about 5 minutes of continuous talking, because women talk about 8 times more than men, that's scientific, then she's going to release oxytocin, which enables the woman to connect and bond with you, okay? So when I was talking to this woman, and this has happened to me so many times, and I do this when I go out on dates with women, they feel comfortable with me, they feel safe with me, and they do more talking and they open up and they connect with me, okay? They feel safe with me, and this is what I'm going to teach you to do. Then they bond with you, they feel safe with you, and then they feel very relaxed in that ability of your emotional stability. So even though you're not on a roller coaster and you're not, you'll make a laugh because it'll just come naturally, because that's just the way you are. You'll just be with you have your own sense of humor. And I find that my introverted friends make me laugh much more, is because the jokes are much more deeper. Does that make sense? Hopefully you may understand that, because it's not more like a firework. It's more like a candle. It's glowing, whereas a firework just goes boof. Whereas an introverted personality, it's more warm and it's more of a candle. So going back to this story again, is that then I realized, I thought, wow, this is really easy to talk to women. You got to remember at this time I'd been in a long-term relationship, I dated a lot of beautiful women, and I could talk to women anyway. But I realized my introverted side that I liked, it was much easier to connect with women. And obviously the women that I dated and been in relationships with, then I was more introverted with them when I needed to be, so they could talk more to me. Remember, a woman wants to talk. All right, so just what you've got to do is just start embracing it, not feeling like you have to, tell everything. And with women as well, let's say you just ask them out on a date, she's either going to say yes or no. But where guys go a lot wrong, and this is just a little reminder of what I've said in the past, if a woman will either say yes or no to go out on a date. If she says yes, great, have a great day. If she says no, then accept that. But then you close the romantic chapter. You don't then try and prove to her that you're worthy to go out on a date and try and validate yourself. You just accept it. There's plenty more fish in the sea, and she's not your girlfriend. And when I tell guys simple things, they think, wow, that's really simple. Now let's have a look at some very famous actors that were introverts, okay? And this is going to be your own work for you. I'm going to put this in the descriptions at the bottom of the page, and you can just do Google searches on YouTube of these actors. So my favorite actor of all time, well, one of them anyway, was Steve McQueen. Again, super cool guy. He did lots of lots of movies. Bullet was one of his famous ones. Excuse me. Again, Christian Bale. He's done lots of stuff. He's an introvert. Robert De Niro, Keanu Reeves, Javier Bardem. He's that Spanish actor. Sean Connery. Most people don't realize Sean Connery was an introvert. Daniel Day-Lewis. He's won more Oscars than any other actor. He's won 4. Been nominated for more than that, but he's an introvert. See, most people don't get this. If you study these men, even some sportsmen, you'll find some of the top sportsmen are introverts. Okay, they're able to talk on camera, but you can tell. Well, I can tell anyway because I have both that side. But it comes as a surprise when I tell people, these actors, and they think, well, because they're on the big screen, they're an extrovert. No, some introverts can get up and do talks. A lot of introverts are good at running companies because they listen more, they watch more, they observe more, and they're more into people. They're not into themselves that an extrovert can be. All right. So those things here, those names, I'm going to put in the description, and just do a search on them. And watch them and embrace your introversion. Remember, you're more likely to have a successful relationship because introverted people talk more, they connect more, and you're going to find a woman who's in the top 20% of bracket, a good woman. You always want to attract a good woman. She's going to bring peace to your life. She's going to bring equilibrium to your life. But embrace your introvertedness, but the shyness, the reservedness is just your ability not letting somebody in too quick. The only thing you've got to get over, and I can teach you that, is you've got to get over the fear of being rejected. That's all it is. Once you get over that, then, and it's simple to do, then you then find a woman that you want to go out on a date with, and when you have a good date with a woman, then you have a second and third and fourth, and then you take that attraction onto a much deeper level. Now, guys, if you've reached a stage in your life where you know you need to be coached, you've got to a stage where you're sick and tired of where your life is, and you want to attract that perfect woman, because that's what I help you to do. I help you to become your mirror of your perfect woman, so she automatically comes into your life effortlessly. Below this video in the descriptions is a link to book a free 30-minute discovery call with me. On that call, we're going to get to what you want out of your life, what you need to do to get it, and if I believe that you have got the desire to change, then I will offer you the opportunity to be coached by me. But you must, before you book the call, be in a position where you know you need to be coached, where you know you can't do it on your own. If that's the case, then book the call. Other than that, thanks for watching. Listen to the podcast a few times because you'll miss information, because you'll get aha moments while you're listening, and then it'll go in and it'll start opening that door to where you want to get to. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next podcast.